All right. So we just did number 4. That was a wild ride. A lot of things. You know, it's kind of meta how like it involves like a YouTuber, basically. Also involves a lot of things that might get me banned on YouTube. I don't know. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. But anyway, let's continue on to number 3, I guess. My result was 3, huh? 3. Its power is a hair's breadth stronger than 1. I just stare at the old dice with my mouth agape and let my mind go blank. At the time, I had not yet realized. I left behind at the bottom of my heart a promise to a most beloved person, or important person, rather than beloved. Oh, I got beloved from. Here we go, number 3. What's gonna happen this time? I don't know. I guess we'll see. I'm still thinking about the last route, to be honest. I think you know, when Yukimaru was dying, actually, didn't he admit something actually that was kind of terrible? I don't know. Like that was never really explained. I wonder if it explained the other routes. I don't know. It seems like the timelines, even though they're different. I call them timelines, but you know, they have some kind of connection to each other, a little bit anyway. So I wonder if there's a references. You know, there's references to each other sometimes. Here you go. That formless girl. Green hair. She is mint flavored. Yeah? Mint flavored yandere. With searing hot pain in her body and mind. She has a very heavy earring, you know, on one side. This looks very big. Doesn't it get in the way? Drowning you. Now, the die is cast. It is time to dice our psychos, I guess. All right, I mean, here comes the typical, you know, I'm just a typical high schooler. My name is Metaro. I'm just a normal second-year student attending a private high school. I don't have any particular skills, my grades are merely average. One of those people are lacking in personality and individuality, speaking which, right now my classmates are racking their heads over the career path after graduation. If they don't think about it very, seriously, they're gonna choose the wrong thing and then they become homeless. And then they die on the streets. We're still second years though. I think it's a bit early if they be thinking about our future. Everyone's studying seriously. No one is stupid enough to do anything to stand out in the crowd because they're worried about getting a black mark on their school report. I'm the same, but I don't care about anything. Anyways, I don't even know where to begin to think about the future. Therefore, I'll just live each day as it comes, as a typical faceless high school protagonist in a typical anime that typical things will happen, totally. Today, tomorrow, and certainly in the years ahead. And so, begins another day. Another annoying day. Morning, in the corner of the classroom. The annoying murmur of the class reaches my ears as I sat down at my desk. Hey, wasn't the Hanabishi channel really funny last night? That's why, I did mention how, it seems like these routes, have a bit of overlap sometimes, in a way. So, they make references to the other routes. I wonder, anyway. Wasn't the Hanabishi channel fun last night? For real. That was the verified YouTuber Psycho-chan. How boring. Each one of my classmates is enjoying the daily life they've been given. All they care in the world, all they watch is Psycho-chan just decapitating people and cutting off their docks. You see, it's so boring. We talk about stuff like the call of their boyfriend yesterday, about the YouTube channel they've been obsessed with lately. What's the fun in that? I don't understand it. So in my heart, I looked at them with disdain. Am I a pessimist? Yeah, I know that. But these superficial idiots aren't aware of my inner self. Yes, my deeper inner self. It's so complicated. The inner machinations of my mind are an enigma. No, they simply aren't capable of noticing it at all. They all focus on looking pretty and presentable on the outside. To them, Metaro is just an ordinary high school boy. Neither saint nor devil. Just a bland, generic person. That's the way it should be. What they don't know is that I have the Death Note and I am actually God of this world. No, that's why I'm still pretending to be asleep. To be seen as a normal person, I acted the part of I stayed up late last night and you get enough sleep. What's that supposed to mean? Because usually when I sleep in class, that's usually the case. I didn't get enough sleep, at night. Is what I usually do. I tend to only take notes, or rather take naps. Not notes. I mean, you take notes during class, but I usually would take naps during breaks, or whatever. As far as I remember, anyway. Or if the teacher is like covering something that I already know about or something. But usually I don't. As far as I remember, anyway. It's been a while, but I usually listen, because that's you get past school. Anyway, this is my way of living. There's no need to stand out in life. You know what they say? The nail that sticks up gets hammered down. It's a saying in like Japan, really. It's not very common saying in anywhere else. I would say, or at least in North America anyway. Because in Japan, especially Japanese culture, there's a whole thing about conformity, right? It's very important to like be, in one way it's a good thing, right? You have to be respectful, to others. You gotta mind your own business and make sure that you are not bothering people, right? That's a good thing. On the other hand, it can be quite isolating if you are alienated from what's considered normal. And so, good morning, Metaro. You've been staying up late again, haven't you? You can get bags on your ass and keep that up. You're still as gloomy as ever. Time to wake up. Homeroom's about to start, How noisy. I've got a lot on my mind right now. Okay. Save the game. I will save the game over here. Do I say, ohayo gozaimasu? Or should I say, urusai? Urusai. What's another word for shut up in Japanese? There's a good one. Like, I forget. It's like a very rude one. Ways to say, because urusai, funny, urusai means, literally it just means loud, just or noise or something, right? It's saying like, something is noisy in a literal sense. So in a way that means like, because there's something noisy, you should be quiet, right? So you say urusai. I think that's what it means, right? Anyway. Oh yeah, damare, I think, or damare. Yakamashi. Yakamashi is you're being too loud. Yeah. Anyway, there's different ways to say shut up in Japanese, I mean, this choice seems important, actually. It's red. Sure. I will say this. Shut up. What did you say, Metaro? I messed up. You're too loud. Are you my alarm clock? Metaro, you're too tactless. That's why you're not popular. Leave me alone. These are the two who came to wake me up. Nana, annoying busybody, aka friend number 1. Yukimaru, a very sensible and good person, aka friend number 2. Unlike me, they're cheerful and well-suited to be called good-natured. They're more or less my childhood friends. We used to play together a lot when we were little. I don't know when, but after a certain point I started to distance myself from the two of them. But in another way, they're the yang and I'm the yin. Yukimaru and Nana have always been the center of attention and it suits them well. On the other hand, I, who can't trust other people, grew up to be an introverted person who spends his time quietly by himself. Yes. It looks like the teacher's coming. Oh, already? I'll see you later then. After that, they went back to their seats. I wonder why Nana and the others are still talking to me. Are they taking pity on me because we're childhood friends? No, I know they don't think like that. I'm sure the two of them get involved in my affairs because they really consider me a friend. It's because I've become a twisted person I'm getting the wrong idea. Sometimes I can't bear to look directly at them. To me, they're too dazzlingly bright. Or dazzlingly? Even I can't tell when our paths first started to diverge. But the truth is, I wanted to be like... Want to be like what? I don't know. Next thing I knew, school was out. Today I had another unproductive day. I walked the path to my house. I looked down instead of forward, the asphalt reflected in my eyes. After I get home, I do what needs doing, and then tomorrow comes again. I live my life through the repetition of colorless days, trying to find meaning in a meaningless existence. Today, tomorrow, and certainly in the years ahead. Therefore, it was only by chance that I looked up at this point. At the edge of my vision, I saw a small child playing, where the sidewalk and the road meet. The ball that the boy was holding rolled onto the road, and then I saw a car coming this way. The boy didn't notice it coming. It's easy to predict what will happen next. It's very stereotypical cliche way. So everything in my vision seems to be moving so fast it's all a blur. I can't move. Can't make a sound. Intense pain washed over me. I'm run over by a car. What was I trying to do? This isn't like me at all. Metoro isn't someone who'll do something like this. I'm just a high school boy who lived a normal life and died a normal death. There's no way I would try to do something special like this. Oi, Metoro, get hold of yourself. Metoro, hey Metoro, can you hear me? I thought I heard someone's voice. It's Yukimaru and Nana. Am I hallucinating? Why would both of them be here? Why do they look like they're about to cry? So foolish. Wouldn't it be better to leave a cynical guy like me alone? I gradually felt colder and colder. Because it's so cold, I'd like to buy some warm cafe au lait to drink. Metro, don't die on me, oi! I can't hear what Yukimaru was saying over the sound of the sirens getting closer and closer. Shut up, I'm talking to Yukimaru right now. Come to think of it, I said you were too loud this morning, didn't I? Why did I say that back then? Metro, you can't die here. Nana was crying. Right, I was dazzled by the brilliance of the two people who were my exact opposite. Those two were troublesome and annoying, but special. I'd always use the word noisy to describe it, but it was just a lie to deceive myself. Even I can't tell when our paths first started to diverge. But the truth is, I wanted to be like you two. Not a shadow, but a shining light. Hey, Yukimaru, Nana. For a moment was I shining like you guys? If so, that's good. I closed my eyes. Well, once again, a heroic death. It's a bad ending, though. Admiration. Alright, well, that was quick. We didn't even meet the girl, we didn't even meet the main character, of the route. And then we've already died. Speed run, I guess. Good. Alright, let's say good morning. These are two who came to wake me up. Nana, annoying busybody, aka friend number 1. Yukimaru, a very sensible and good person, aka friend number 2. Unlike me, they're cheerful and well-suited to be called good-natured. They're more or less my childhood friends. We used to play together a lot when we were little. I don't know when, but after a certain point, I started to distance myself from the two of them. To put it another way, they're the yang and I'm the yin. Yukimaru and Nana have always been the center of attention and it suits them well. On the other hand, I, who can't trust other people, grew up to be an introverted person who spends his time quietly by himself. But I'm not ashamed of it. Well, to tell you the truth, I wanted to be like you two. It's just that for me, their light is too bright and dazzling for me. It's not that I don't like them, but I'm not sure if I really want to be together with them. I think it's better to maintain our current distance and have them get involved with me out of pity, or get too close and have a falling out. Let me sleep a bit more. Sheesh, you said the same thing yesterday. As usual, you still managed to make it to school on time. You're so weird. I get to school an hour earlier every day and then sleep in. It's much better than being late, and those two will wake me up when it's time. What are you talking about, you idiot? You'd be better off sleeping an hour longer at home. Smart or not, you're completely hopeless without us. The reason why I'm still involved with them is simply because of the benefits. Friends with benefits, you see. That's what that means, right? By tagging beside them, who are the center of a classroom society, the society of classes, I can fit naturally into it as well. It's a big advantage for me. Like a jungle, the school is like a jungle out there, you gotta make friends with the apex predators, I guess, which are the popular kids. in order to not be an outcast. Without doing anything in particular, I fit into the class, and I don't flow on the edges like an outcast. Like this, I won't get into trouble or be bullied. Most of my classmates will be allies rather than enemies. Now all I have to do is play the role of Metro in such a way that the people around me don't feel uncomfortable. In this way, I make use of the two of them. It's the only way I can live a normal high school life. In the course of acting out my role, I'll tell a lie if necessary to maintain the facade of Metro. I'm careful when I lie so as not to get caught. You just need to know who you're dealing with and mentally simulate your interaction with them beforehand. Yes, weird. It's like, this is what a compulsive liar says. That's how I play the role of Metro. I can't let them know who I really am. The one who knows the real me is her. Well, I helped wake you up, so buy me something later. Me too. I'm curious about that new yakisoba bread that came on the other day. Well, it can't be helped. See, like that. Another annoying day begins. I can't wait to meet her. Who are we meeting? I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming number 3, right? The third cycle chat, I guess. Well, not really third for me, but Is it actually? I did 6, 5, and 4. It's technically the 4th cycle chat for me, anyway, from my perspective. I'm surrounded by white and green. Here in our secret garden. Only Metro and I know it. It's a special place with just the two of us. Okay. I'm assuming this is perspective of Psycho-chan. I say Psycho-chan, but Psycho, I guess. I'm waiting for him every day. But Metro to come back here. He said yesterday that he's going to buy me a delicious croissant today. I like the ones with chocolate on it, but I didn't go so far as to ask for that. If it doesn't have chocolate in it, I'll tease him a little. But I'm happy with anything Metro gives me, because there's nothing in here. I can hear the sound of footsteps approaching. The same rhythm as always. A sound of happiness. Psycho. My favorite voice and my favorite smile are approaching. Metro, you were late today. Are you alright? Sorry. One of my classmates grabbed me for a moment. It's okay. Metro always thinks of me first, so I'm not mad at all. Metro cares for me more than anything. More than family, more than classmates, more than childhood friends. More than anyone else, I'm always number 1 in his heart. Okay. Why are they meeting? I don't know. They're meeting in a secret place, I guess, in school. It's like an empty room. I'm not sure. Though she mentioned a garden, I guess. Is it like a greenhouse or like a garden inside? I'm not sure. Anyway. As promised, I brought you a croissant. Here you go. Thank you. Hey, there's no chocolate. Yeah? Geez, Metro, you know I like sweet stuff. That's not very thoughtful of you. Sorry, I'll be careful the next time I buy something from. Metro apologizes to me in a flustered manner. You take everything I say too seriously, Metro, you're so kawaii. But you look sad. Did I tease you too much? Yeah, I'm just kidding. I like anything that Metro gives me. Ah, you're making fun of me again. Oh, that's a secret. Thanks for the food. Itadakimasu. 1 bite. Sweet, delicious happiness. It's so delicious that I can't help but smile, and Metro is smiling along with me. The happiness that fills my mouth fills this empty place with a new color. That's how happy I felt. I was fulfilled. Delicious. Well, I'll get you another one later then. The chocolate ones? Of course. But Metro sometimes makes a strange face. Not at me, but his eyes seem to be looking somewhere far away. Sad eyes that don't seem to be looking at anything. At such times, Metro always looks lonely. Are you worried about something, or did something happen at school? Hey, Metro, shall we hold hands? When that happens, we hold hands. Metro and I become one. Blued hand-holding. Metro's warmth is transmitted to me and I feel warm and fuzzy. When I tell him it's alright, Metro's face livens up. Just as Metro takes care of me, I will also take care of Metro. Because I love Metro very much. Okay, well, this relationship is already full swing right from the beginning. While holding hands, we lie down together and sleep next to each other. We spend this time of irreplaceable happiness together. There are the only two of us here, Metro and I, in a closed world of our own. When I wake up, Metro won't be here, but I dream about him and I being together so that I won't miss him until I see him again. Metro, I like you. I love you. I will be with you as long as you want. So, good night. Okay. They're sleeping in some, like, 3-leaf clovers, I'm assuming. That would make sense, thematically. Okay. I don't know whose perspective this is, but I'm assuming Psycho. For young me, home was like hell. My father was not there. I'm not sure if my mom was a demon or a devil, but I'm sure she was inhuman. She hit me today too. Hit me a lot as always. It's always like this. When she gets stressed, she turns to booze and beats me. The people around me don't notice I'm crying on the inside because I hide it so well. When in the world did I become like this? I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. This has become a daily life now. But on that day, something inside me just snapped. Night. I ran out of the house and spent some time at a neighborhood park. For the younger me, there is nowhere to escape to. This was the edge of the little world where I could walk by myself. Someday, as soon as my world gets bigger, I want to run away. Run away. I just want to live a quiet life in the middle of nowhere. That's all I was thinking about. That's when I met her. Oh, okay. Wait, so I thought that was Psycho, but actually it was Metaro. So all of that is Metaro's, backstory, I guess. Mother beats him, and ran away. All right. But that's when I met her. Hey you, what are you doing here? Under the moonlit sky, it's a sky, but under the moonlit night, standing quietly, there was a girl in green. Who are you? That's true, I better introduce myself first. I'm Psycho, and you are? That was how Psycho and I met. I see, so you're Metaro. Hey Metaro, why are you in this place at this hour of night? I was so like, I'm so used to like the Psycho chants of the route, to like be in bad situations. So I just assumed that was from her perspective. But this time it's actually Metaro having the, the bad household, I guess. It was hard for me to stay at home. I told Psycho why I was here. About my family, about the hardships I endured at home, and how I finally couldn't stand it and run away. I just met her for the first time, but strangely enough, I couldn't stop talking. Come to think of it, I was already enraptured by Psycho by this point. She listened patiently to my every word. She held my hand, which was trembling from fright. She wiped away my bottomless tears, and shed tears of her own over my circumstances. She looked straight at me alone, and took in everything about me. I see, Metaro had a tough time. In order not to let anyone take advantage of you, you had to kill your true self. You had to pretend to be something you're not in order to protect yourself. It was rough, wasn't it, Metaro? It's okay now, because you have me now. After saying that, Psycho gently pats my head. I don't know since when I felt so warm before. Maybe it was the first time. That's how much Psycho's warmth seeped into my heart. Hey, Metaro, I'll show you where my secret base is. Suddenly, she said she would take me to a secret place. The place she took me to was a recently abandoned building. Okay, so this is the secret place that they were going to, I guess. Kind of a trope actually in anime to have like a secret base. This is a place no one knows about. A special place for me alone. The start of today is a special place just for two of us, for me and you. So promise me, don't bring anyone else here except me, okay? This is already a world just for me and you alone. From that day on, it became a habit for me to go to that place. A secret place just for the two of us. A closed world just for Psycho and I. When Psycho and I go there we find an irreplaceable joy. Fire. Suddenly fire. Don't worry about it. It's just fire. Who cares? It's just a little bit of fire. Just fire JPEG, just like suddenly flashing into your face. A little bit, that's all. Under the deep blue starry sky, a woman illuminated by the twinkling stars was talking with a girl. Here, for you. What's this? Dice. Yeah, if you're ever in trouble, try rolling these. Do you really think I'm going to be convinced by this childish story? I didn't mean to make fun of you. If you're in trouble, don't you think it's a good idea to ask God for help? This six-sided cube always gives the right answer. We can't resist fate that God has set for us, because that's how he made it. But if you want to defy fate, you have to roll the largest number you can. Largest number? Did you know that when you add up the front and the back of the die, it always comes out to number 7? 7. That's a number that's impossible to appear on a die. But that impossible part is what's important. Please, don't ever forget that. Why? It's a magic charm. It won't do you any good if you forget it. A charm to help you someday find happiness. Happiness, huh? Does such a thing really exist? Yeah, you're thinking too hard, aren't you? I certainly think you are. I don't know if I could ever be that optimistic. I don't think I can be that optimistic. But that's not true at all. Happiness is in the end about you. It's all about what you decide in your heart. Well then, maybe I was once happy before. Even now, I sometimes think about it. It was a truly fulfilling and important time. I regret that I didn't spend more time together with him. Maybe you don't realize how happy you are until you've lost it. It's only when you can't get it anymore, when it's something you'll never get back again, that you finally realize it. I'm always impulsive in my actions, and by the time I realize it later, it's too late. I always feel like there's a hole in my heart, like I'm looking at a gray ceiling. Not going anywhere, not becoming anything. There are times when I just want to escape from here. Yeah, sometimes I feel like the dialogue in the garden is kind of like the aftermath. I don't know. Interesting to, like, maybe if you go through the routes again, and read that dialogue again, maybe it takes a different meaning after you get the true ending for each route. I don't know. Anyway. It's finally over. The constant deception is wearing me down. Pretending to be human, this is exhausting work. As the lies pile up, I have to be consistent with the lies I've used already. I wove a tapestry of falsehoods and hid myself behind various masks. I keep pretending to be something I'm not. Can't wait to say goodbye to the days of living like that. This isn't where I belong. The only place in the world where I should be, where I want to be, is that flower garden. The chime of the end of the day is the bringer of good news. Just listening to it makes me feel lighthearted, and I start to smile. I quickly get ready to leave school, thinking about the time I'm going to spend with Psycho later. I'm glad I'm not on cleaning duty this week. Only the ones who like it should be doing that stuff. Leave the rest of us alone. Now I remember today's croissant needs to be the one with chocolate on it. Can't wait to see how she reacts. She'll be happy for sure. I don't want to think about the event that are all sold out. I don't want to see Psycho's sad face. I don't want to be the cause of it. So I better hurry. Metro, Yukimaru, won't you go to karaoke with me now? Well, sounds good. I haven't been there in a while. Of course, you're coming too, right, Metro? Huh? Don't be ridiculous. No matter how long we've known each other since childhood, I won't allow you to take up my precious time with Psycho. Psycho has no one but me. I have no one but Psycho. But you guys have a lot of the friends, so why don't you go with them? I don't have time for that kind of farce. These things popped in my mind. But if I say such a thing, all the lies I've carefully piled up to this point will crumble down. I want to avoid that. Well, today is a bit... Kyo wa chotto, that's the thing actually in Japanese. When you say like chotto, it's like, it's a little, like, you don't even say what it is, you're just like vague about it, and that's to say like, you can't make it or whatever, Eh? Why don't you come once in a while? You never come. There, Nana. Metro said you were going to live on your own after graduation. You're saving up for that, right? That's rare. I mix truth into lies in order to obscure the truth. It's something you hear often. In fact, this is an effective strategy. I'm saving up money, but I don't have a part-time job. If I had that kind of time, I'd spend it all with Psycho. Well, whatever. You better come next time, for sure, okay? While saying yes or no, I just mumbled through it and left it at that. Don't get in my way. Psycho's waiting for me, so I better hurry. What's up, Nana? Is it just me, or is Metoro up to something recently? Isn't it just his part-time job? He's been saying he wants to leave his house for a while now. Something tells me there's more to it than that. Well, maybe he's got a girlfriend. He'll keep it a secret from us because he doesn't want us to make fun of him, right? I never thought of that. Now I'm curious. Let's go after him. No, Nana, no! Don't do it! Like, Psycho-chan explicitly said not to bring anyone to her secret area, otherwise she explodes into a million pieces. It's like a curse. Anyone else that steps in the garden and activates the bombs. Oh, don't do that. Think about the poor guy. But, whatever the reason is, if there's something troubling him, I'd like to do something about it. I've been thinking about this for a while, but he doesn't really talk with us as much anymore. Well, I think so too, but... Well, let's go. Save karaoke for next time. Oh, wait up. Hey, Nana. Uh-oh. I think we've been pretending to be friends for too long. They're snooping around and getting in my way too much. That place is a secret place for me and Psycho alone. It's our sanctuary. I'll never let anyone trespass on it. Psycho is mine alone. Psycho is the only one who understands me. The only one who's there for me. She tells me the words I want to hear when I'm having a hard time. Only in that place can I be the real me. Only in front of Psycho can I toss aside my masks. Without Psycho, I'd be a goner already. That's how much she's supporting me. That's not very healthy. That's a codependent relationship. Sort of, maybe. I don't know. I guess you wouldn't call it codependent if she's not dependent on you, but... anyway. Wait, but why am I so obsessed with Psycho? Why does it have to be Psycho? It's not that I don't like her or doubt her. There are times when I simply wonder, what is it about her that stirs me up? But this self-questioning lasts only a moment. It's no big deal. Even last night I saw her in my dream. Psycho has been my support ever since I was a child. If I remained alone, I don't even know if I would be alive right now. It's because of that chance encounter that I'm still here now. It's fate. Just that is enough for me. Psycho can't leave that flower garden. She spends every day in that place. She doesn't elaborate on it. I'm sure there's a good reason for it, but I'll save it for when Psycho herself feels like talking. I don't care what it is. I'll be her support this time. For her sake, I'll devote my all to her. With this determination in my chest, I'm going to visit Psycho again today. I'm glad I made it. They're not sold out. Today's croissant will be chocolate coated this time. Well, it is a little strange though. She spends every day in that garden. For what? I'm not sure. Today too, I'm surrounded by white and green. The secret garden is beautiful as always. A secret place just for Metro and I. I'm waiting today too, for Metro to return to me, because otherwise there's nothing in here. I can hear the sound of footsteps approaching. This rhythm is faster than yesterday. Metro is running to me. Are you running because you miss me so much? I'm so glad. So happy. Welcome back, Metro. Did you come running to meet me today? I'm back. A guy in my class held me back and took up a lot of my time. So I ran because I want to see Psycho as soon as possible. And I'm so glad I'm Metro's number one. To Metro, people other than myself are not important. I can't get out of this place, so I've never met anyone else. Suspicious? Even so, I'm very happy. Metro had a very rough time, hasn't he? Even now, I'm sure he's still having a difficult time, and he still smiles at me. Gentle Metro. I wish you never leave this place. I wish you stay here with me forever. Then you won't have to experience any more painful things. Here, croissants. I bought it for you. Really? Today is chocolate? Of course. Thanks. I love you, Metro. One bite. Very sweet, very delicious, very happy. I also like the one from yesterday, but I like this one so much it makes me smile again, and Metro is smiling at me too. This empty place seems to be filled with even more color than yesterday. It makes me feel so happy. Metro, Metro, Metro. No matter how many times I call your name, it's not enough. Metro is my happiness. Without Metro, I wouldn't be able to eat such delicious food. Without Metro, I wouldn't be able to have such a good time. Only Metro can turn this empty place into such a happy place. So today too, we're going to talk a lot together, and then we're going to sleep together. Hand in hand, we'll dream together, and even in our dreams, we'll spend time with each other. But today, Metro is a little different from usual. I wonder what happened. A troubled, expectant look on his face. That's right. It's alright. You don't have to be shy. You don't have to hold back. I'll accept Metro's everything. No matter what time it is, no matter how late it is. Come here, Metro. I will accept you. Metro jumps in my arms. I wrap him up in my arms. Metro's happiness is my happiness, and my happiness is Metro's happiness. It's fluffy. My heart and body are warm. I'm filled to the brim with Metro. Happiness overflows and spills over. What a waste. If I were a bottle, I'd cover it with a lid. I won't let it overflow. I'll keep this happiness safe. I love you, Metro. I don't know, this is getting more and more suspicious, but anyway, we lay down like this for a while. Gradually, we are becoming one. Melting, dissolving like liquid. Inside our dream, we sway to and fro. Let's go to the dream world together, wrapped in this happiness. Let's get away from the painful world, from the sad world. Let's be together in our dreams. That's the best. For Metro and for me. Cute little Metro. Don't leave me, okay? Well, I don't understand. What is that? What am I looking at? I chased after Metro. Because I was curious, because I was worried. Because I want to be there to support him if something's troubling him. If he found a girlfriend, I at least want to see her face. I'm not trying to make fun of him or anything, but... Metro? What was Metro doing? The sight of it was burned in my eyes. Something that makes me want to throw up. It was a sight I couldn't make heads or tails of. But I can't leave it alone. What should I do? Okay. So, I mean, yeah, like, whatever's happening in that secret place is maybe not what it seems like is happening, and Nana is seeing it for the first time for real. Sure, let's say... I can't just overlook something like that. I need to do something. By the time I thought of that, I was already running. I wanted to wake him up as soon as possible, even 1 second earlier. Metro, what are you doing? Metro stares at me in surprise. Immediately afterwards, his face becomes that of disgust and anger. It was the first time I saw Metro's face like this. Well, that was weird. I said Nana. You know, Nana was like going, like TCH. But I think it was Metro's doing it. Anyway. Metro always looks unmotivated. He's a decent guy who gets along with Yukimaru and I, even though he's a bit lazy. That's the Metro I knew. But the person in front of me now is a Metro I did not know. Alright, just put on your clothes and then explain yourself properly. Shut up. Get out of here, leave me alone. A chilly voice emanated from Metro's mouth. Even though I felt slightly pressured by his words, I desperately tried to force a reply. There's no way I can just let you be. Look, you... Why are you doing that? For a moment, Metro's eyes opened wide. Next moment, he's raising his arms and punching me. Ow! It hurts. What are you doing? Calm down already, Metro. Eh? Squish! I heard a sickening sound. What did I... That's right, I expected that Metro would be so aggravated that he would hit me. By reflex, I unintentionally pushed Metro away. It was on the spur of the moment I couldn't help myself. Metro was pushed back a few meters. He fell down his back and stayed there. Metro? There's no reply. In his place, there was a puddle of red liquid, seeping out slowly. No, it's all wrong. I didn't mean to do it. I had no intention to do it. I didn't think there happened to be some debris at the very spot, it's very conveniently, or inconveniently, really. I didn't think that it would be as sharp as a stake. I didn't think that Metro would hit his head on it. I didn't think it was possible for that to get stuck in Metro's head. I didn't think. I desperately tried to find excuses to justify myself. I've been trying to avert my eyes from reality, but it won't let me run away. The red denounces me. I didn't mean to do it. All I wanted to do was save you, Metro, but because of me, a future where no one can be safe has come to pass. Well, apparently he was naked in there, doing something. It's kind of weird. But then again, these bad endings are often non-canon, so like maybe it's not that actually, and something else? Not sure. I don't know. Guess we'll see. Alright. Nana-chan, how about you don't disturb Meteoro's, secret time, private time, I guess. Leave. A while after leaving that place, I was on my way to Meteoro's house. As I walked there, an incomprehensible scene from before appears in my mind, but I'm gradually calming down. I look around me. The scenery has changed a lot from what I remember, but I more or less know it. I wonder how many years it's been since I went this way. We used to go all the time, but since some time ago, we stopped going to each other's houses. Even though we're childhood friends, we're still a boy and girl. I guess it's just a natural flow of events. Metaro, Yukimaru, and I, the three of us used to hang out a lot. I wish it would stay that way forever. But little by little, Metaro changed. When he was little, Metaro was the most energetic of the three of us. He ran all over the place, getting injured a lot. But still, he was grinning all over. Yukimaru and I laughed along with him. But I don't know when, during elementary school, Metaro started to talk less and less. From then on, we started to play together less and less. By the time we reached middle school, he was often on his lonesome. He seemed totally normal when I talked to him. I was relieved thinking, oh, this is the usual Metaro. Up until now, I thought it was just a natural power growing up, or a change in environment or something like that. But now, I'm worried because I've seen such a disturbing thing. I was afraid that The Metro I knew actually never existed. While I was thinking things over, I arrived at a place I remember well, Metro's house. Nervously, I pressed the doorbell. After a while, a middle-aged person appeared. Nana-chan. Hello, it's been a while, Auntie. Metro's mother. It's been a long time since we last met. She seems tired. She looks more downtrodden than when I last saw her. There's something gloomy about her. Raising a child as a single mother must be tough. It involves a lot of alcohol and a lot of beatings, I guess. She has to work too. She seemed to recognize me. I've been here many times, so I guess it's natural. I guess she was really surprised I suddenly showed up at her door. I would like to chat with you. There's so much I want to tell you and so much to ask you. Among them, the first thing we talk about is... Excuse me, Auntie. How is Metro doing at home lately? Metro's acting a little strange, so I'm a little worried. When I asked her gaze wandered from side to side, looking somewhat hesitant, and then finally opened her mouth. Metro, huh? Well, that boy hasn't come back home lately. Okay. Well, I don't know how much talking to the mother will help. If anything, she's just going to make his life even worse, I imagine, but well. Night. As usual, I slipped out of the house and lay down in my secret place. Can't fathom staying home anymore. I'd much rather be here than listen to my mother yell at me endlessly, or get beaten up even though I didn't do anything. This place, lit by moonlight, is more magical than any other place in the world. It's very beautiful. I was so excited and proud knowing that it was just Psycho and I who had this wonderful place all to ourselves. My heart is fulfilled, my spirit is at ease, and I'm happy. So I thought. As I relaxed, my eyelids became heavier and heavier. I slowly closed my eyelids, content and happy. There was a cracking sound. I arose from my slumber. Panting heavily, I looked around me. Can't let anyone find out about this secret place. Can't let any of them trespass on this place. Not even one person. Because this is a paradise, just for Psycho and I. Metro. I was bracing myself and waiting for the owner of the footsteps, but what I saw was Psycho. For some reason, Psycho was standing there with a bucket full of water hanging from her arms. But something seems off. I had a feeling it wasn't just water. Where have I smelled this before? No, right now, there was something I was more concerned about. Psycho's expression. Her eyes were red as if she'd been crying. She had a gloomy atmosphere that was not the usual Psycho at all. Psycho, are you alright? Daijoubu? Metro. Psycho's voice was very quiet. It was calm, even so far as to be refreshing. She smiled with such compassion and... It's already over. Lifting the bucket, Psycho drenches her head with liquid inside. That's not it. She was soaking wet when she saw me staring at her. She broke into a little smile. Droplets of water spilled down her green hair. Right. I knew then that the smell was... Yes, it must be this way. Psycho took a lighter out of her pocket and lit it. Maybe from the start. Psycho was illuminated by a light of the small, flickering flame. Don't ever forget about me, okay? Ever. It's a promise. Forever. Look at me, and me alone. As she said that, Psycho dropped the lighter on the floor. The lighter ignited the liquid on the floor, and her small body was instantly engulfed in flames. I was so shocked that I felt my bottom and could only watch as her body burned up. A strange smell assaulted my nose, a smell of burning human beings. I didn't hear the screams I'd normally have heard. Psycho was just there like a mannequin. Even at this very moment, her white skin and silky hair are burning up. It burns, and burns eventually, until it turns to ashes. Suddenly, Psycho extended her hands. It was as if she was trying to pat me on the head. It was as if she was trying to envelop my entire body. I love you, Metro. I thought I heard Psycho's voice one last time, even though it might be a hallucination. It was stuck in my ears and wouldn't fade. Okay, good. We're okay. Well, I guess that was gasoline and she, burned herself alive. It's one of the most horrible ways to go, I always say. But, yeah, I think that was just a dream. But, I guess we'll see. I have my own theories, but I had a terrible nightmare. A nightmare where Psycho left me. She was burning scarlet and crimson. It felt too real to dismiss as just a dream. No, that's wrong. It's just a dream after all. That's all. There's no way that it can happen. It's my delusion. Delusion. Psycho is here, sleeping beside me right now. Psycho and I are going to be together forever. I plan to live with her after I graduate. And if she still can't leave this place, I'll just live here then. Yes, let's make a ring out of clover leaves. A ring to symbolize the eternal vow between me and Psycho. I won't leave her, no matter what. Yes, if I can paint a future like this, I'm sure this anxiety of mine will disappear. And yet, damn it, my anxiety won't go away at all. I haven't felt this kind of anxiety ever since I met Psycho. Even though Psycho is sleeping beside me. I don't want it. It's scary. It's already over. Those words echo over and over, filling up my head, binding me. My breathing is ragged, getting faster and faster. Thump, thump. My heart is beating quickly. Thump, thump. Doki doki. I can hear the sound of my blood pulsating. My head is spinning. My vision is getting distorted. I can't even get a good view of the flower garden that's all around us. I'm fading in and out of consciousness. Where am I now? Are you... Meta? I hear a voice in the background. I can't tell if it's near or far. What happened? Metaro? But this voice is... Save the game. I will... save the game. I will say... I don't know anymore. Who are you? That noise. Whose voice is that? I don't know. All I can hear is my own heartbeat and breathing. That noise increases my anxiety even more. It's already beyond what I could bear. Right now, a world that I don't understand is spread before my eyes. A world where the scenery is shifting every second. Where am I? It seems familiar. That's right, this place. I'm inside a dream. It's not reality. The moonlight was shining on this dreamscape. I don't know why, but it's slowly turning white. Is this the continuation of the dream I had earlier? If so, what happened to Psycho? I looked around, but there's no one. Nothing. My vision is slowly going white. Gradually, the whiteness is spreading, as if to fill up the whole world that I can see. I wonder when I will wake up from this dream. I want to see Psycho. I want to see her voice. I want to touch her. When and how do I get out of this place? Maybe he's going to stay that way forever? Such a horrible thought fills my heart with dread. At that moment, my vision, which had been white, suddenly turned black. In the darkness, I couldn't tell up from down, left from right, front from back. I don't know if I'm standing or sitting. I don't know anything. It's scary. I got the urge to hold my knees. Psycho, where are you now? Psycho, 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 please, call my name. At some point, I melted into the darkness. So much of a nervous breakdown, we simply cease to exist, I guess. Bad ending. Unease. Oh. I know that voice. It's my favorite voice. It's my #1 voice. It sounds familiar. I love that voice. But now is not the time. I can't stop shivering. My eyes are wide open, my head is in my hands. Tears, snot, and drool drip down my face. All I can do is breathe. It's too fast, but I can't stop it. It's getting faster and faster. My body won't listen. It won't stop. Suddenly, I felt a soft touch, and warmth spread out from it. It was a very soothing warmth. It was my favorite warmth and scent. Gradually, my breathing became calmer. My heartbeat slowed down little by little. Before I knew it, the usual vibrant garden had returned to my vision. Metaro, what happened to you? Psycho was looking to my face with a worried expression. I made you nervous for my sake. Are you alright? You're sweating buckets. But I don't have the time to keep up appearances. My voice doesn't even come out right now. I can't even say I'm fine. It'll be alright, Metaro. Psycho gently strokes my back as she hugs me. I'm at your side. My heart calms down in response to her loving voice. Slowly, I turn my gaze towards Psycho. Psycho was looking at me, accepting me as I am, even though I must be unsightly right now. Without thinking, I hugged her. Yeah, geez, Metro's such a spoiled child. While saying that, she does her best to support me with her small body. I couldn't help but love her. I don't want to be apart from her. I hope that time would stop at this very moment when I say, Zawarudo, Toki wo tomare. No, Every time I see that in like a sentence, I just think of JoJo. Anyway, I'm gonna skip school today. Right now, I want to feel this warmth. I want to be embraced. I want to feel the sensation of this sweet girl who accepts me as I am. So, it didn't matter to me that the ruins that I saw in my dream were overlapping my field of vision. I think I have an idea who this psycho is, you know. At least number 3 psycho. I think, well, I don't know. It depends on what, I wonder what Nana saw, though, exactly. It wasn't really revealed, other than that bad ending, which I don't know is canon or not, where he was naked. But other than that, I don't know, not much revealed. Or not much is revealed. Anyway, I don't usually come to the library at all, but it's a great help in times like this. Or like these. I don't know when was last time I came here, but maybe it was in elementary school when I borrowed some books for a research project. Now it's after school and I'm in the local library. I mean, this doesn't seem like a very Metro thing to do, you know, at least in this route. A Metro thing to do would be to go straight to the secret garden, so I'm thinking, is this Nana? Yeah, maybe. Metro didn't come to school today. It must have something to do with what I saw yesterday. I can't get it out of my mind. I wonder what this sense of unease is. But there's this feeling of something that's stuck in my chest. I have to find out if my fears are unfounded or true. I have a hunch it's related to that abandoned building. There's been a fire there before under suspicious circumstances. You don't say. You know, just like in that nightmare. Anyway, it was when we were still in elementary school. I remember that we had to come and leave school in groups because it was dangerous. That place was already abandoned as far as I can remember. So there's no way it could have caught fire by itself. When I was younger, I wasn't particularly interested in the case, but now I feel like I should pay more attention. I need a clue. Something. Anything. It's impossible for one person to gather enough information, so I brought Yukimaru along to help. I haven't been able to tell him why I'm doing this yet. If it's just an unfounded fear, then I'll keep it to myself. If it's true, I don't want to have to suspect Metaro. Nana. Nana, Batman. No, Nana, why here all of a sudden? Enough already. Just go through every article on fires that occurred when we were in elementary school. Just do it, lol. Sheesh, you're a real slave driver, you know that? I wish you'd be a little more motivated. You'd be able to tell just by looking at me that I'm in a hurry. The library is getting close to closing time. I found it. A fire that broke out in an abandoned building. A suspicious fire of unknown origin. I hope my fears are groundless. I really hope so. Thinking idly, I scanned over the titles. Thump. My heart jumped in my chest. Elementary school girl. Missing. That headline caught my eye. I didn't know why, but I found myself drawn to it. It seemed unrelated, but it was on the same page of the same newspaper as the fire, which means the timing is as close as you can get. I couldn't help but read through the article. One day, an elementary school girl disappeared without a trace. There's no mention of any possible reason, only that the investigation was ongoing. No, that's not what I was looking for. I was in such a hurry that I just skimmed through it. What I'm curious about is where this incident took place. The location was this neighborhood. Even Yukimaru seemed to understand something was up when he saw me like this. Well, this brings back memories. Didn't this fire occur when we were in elementary school? I wonder what caused it. In the end, it seems no one knows, but more importantly, hey Yukimaru, yesterday I tailed Metaro while staying hidden. Oh yeah? So that happened. Yeah, so that happened. Metaro was on his way to this abandoned building. He was talking to something, or someone, and then I told him everything that happened yesterday, everything that I saw. What happened in the ruins, what Metaro was doing, how I talked to Metaro's mother, and how he had been home, how the fire incident, and this article regarding a missing girl that we just found. A lot of information is starting to come together in a way that gives me a bad feeling. Things that seem to be unrelated are now being pieced together. But maybe there's another possibility too. Nevertheless, Yukimaru, I want to have a proper talk with Metaro. I feel like we need to have a talk. Understood. My heartbeat quickened as I got a sense of dread. I became convinced of my suspicions. Of this Sasibaka. Who is the imposter among us? Who knows? Night. Is this a dream or reality? Metaro. I hear a sweet voice calling me. We meet again today. Yeah, I feel really safe and relaxed in here. This is the only place where I can truly be myself. Well, if Metro says so, I'm happy too. Hey, Metro. Can I just ask you one question? Of course. I've no reason to refuse. Well then, let me ask you this. What am I to you, Metro? What is Psycho to me? I haven't really thought about that before. When I met Psycho, I changed. No, I didn't really change. Rather, I became able to express my true self. Psycho was the first person who accepted my weakness as a human being. Not Nana, not Yukimaru. Only Psycho accepted me. So for me, Psycho is... Well, we don't really have a choice, do we? I'm gonna save anyway. I don't know, just in case. But Psycho is my everything. Zenbu. Zenbu? Is that what it is? Zenbu? Well, maybe that's not. I don't know. Anyway. Everything? Yes, that's it. Psycho is my everything. When I met you that day, you gave me the real me. I see. For some reason, I'm laughing with joy. Yes. Me too, Metro. It's the same for me. Now, Metro is my everything too. So hey, let's make a vow, shall we? A vow? Metro and I will be together forever. I'm Metro's, and Metro is mine. I only give my love to Metro. I only look at you. I won't look at anything but you. So, don't look at anyone but me, Metro, okay? Understood. It's a promise. I'm glad. Well then, here, take this. What's this? It's a clover, my favorite flower. In the language of flowers, clover means promise. This clover is a sign of our promise, so never forget it. This promise. I love you, Metro. Okay. I don't even know if she's real or not, but anyway. Under the deep blue starry sky, illuminated by twinkling stars, is a girl talking with another girl, which is usually the case, except the last round when it was a boy. But it turns out the boy turned into a girl. Isn't that crazy? I don't know. I can't go anywhere. I can't be anything. Sometimes I wish I could just get out of here. It wasn't him who kept me stuck in here. It was myself. I've chosen to be like this. When I think I don't want this anymore, after I've given up, I want it again. I'm so selfish. Why do you think so? If you found out that this isn't what you wanted, you would let go, wouldn't you? At least that's what I think. No, you're just trying to make excuses because you can't make the right decision for yourself. To get to the point, you have a lot of regrets. When will peace of mind ever come? When will I ever get a good night's sleep? I wonder how many more days I have to get through before I can truly laugh. That's what you've been asking yourself for so long that it feels like you've lost your mind. Isn't it, Psycho? What are you saying? I don't blame you. In fact, I know exactly how you feel. Because Mihomi feels the same way. Hey, it's Mihomi! It's my homie! All my life, every day I wished I could just disappear. Because no one needs me. Because his life has no value, no meaning. I thought, at this rate, nothing good is going to happen to me. Until I met Oni-chan. Oni-chan? You have a sibling fetish? Mihomi's very, very important person. Mihomi's most favorite person in the world. Mihomi wants to live with them because she's needed. Because that person sought me out. Needed me. It doesn't matter how dark of a life you've lived. In those final moments you feel you've been rewarded. I'm sure you're the same, Psycho-chan. I'm sure there's already someone out there who needs you, Psycho-chan. I don't need anyone to tell me that, I know that already. But I can't go back, can I? I've gone too far to come back. At this point, there's no going back now. It doesn't matter. It's never too late or too early to turn around. There's always time. You simply need to invent a time travel device, you see. This is very easy. Is that so? I wonder. L.S.I. Kongru. No, of course. You can do it. You'll be alright. You can do it for sure, Psycho-chan. If you do that, then Psycho-chan, surely. You'll be able to obtain the heart of the person you love. Literally, Kalima. You'll grab his still beating heart and rip it out of his chest and sacrifice it to the blood gods. Cool. dream I had yesterday is running through my mind. My head is spinning. It was the worst dream. A dream in which someone who looks like Psycho was engulfed in flames. Was that Psycho? No, it can't be. It's too early to come to a conclusion. That can't be Psycho. It's just my dream. Yesterday, it was more than I could endure. But yesterday, she came to me. She gently hugged me, telling me that it was okay. This morning, I warmly promised to see her after school. So for sure, Psycho exists. Still, what's painful is painful, and what's scary is scary. I guess I'm still a timid person no matter how old I get. I can't wait to see her again, to hear her voice, to touch her, to have her touch me. The bell rang. Suppressing my feelings of impatience, I try to leave the classroom, but someone's standing in my way. But now they're just an obstacle to me, those two. Metro, we need to talk. What is it? I'm in a hurry. Why'd you lie about your part-time job? Damn it. What should I say? What's the best way to cover it up? Shit, my head is a mess. Can't stop thinking about that dream. I know, I had a day off yesterday, so I swapped class duty with someone else. But you didn't talk to anyone yesterday. Oh shit, I don't know how to respond to that. Knock it off already, Metro. Follow me. Stop pestering me with your questions. It's annoying. I don't want to be pushed around. I just want to get to the garden where she's waiting for me. Hey, Metro. I know you were doing the day before yesterday. You were playing a mobile gacha game. You were talking about your green hair waifu and how you're gonna roll for her. And how you need to get her SSR, copy or whatever. They took me to the back of the school building where there was no one else around. I couldn't help but grimace the wasted time. But again, there was no helping it. Now they were saying things that are incomprehensible to me. How does she know what I've been up to? Did she tell me? Don't tell me. She violated our sacred space. If that's the case, I can't forgive her. That place is only for the two of us. Metro, yesterday you were at that abandoned building on the outskirts of town. Do you remember what happened there a long time ago? Dump. Goop. My heart made a loud beat. In a moment my body stiffened. Alarm bells began sounding in my head. Stop. There was a fire. A fire of suspicious origin, the cause of which was never determined. The investigation was closed and became a cold case. At that moment, an image emerges in my mind. Stop. Around the same time, a girl in elementary school went missing. The sound and smell of burning flesh is stuck in my brain. Stop. The article I saw in the paper had the girl's name on it. Two eyes, looking at me, staring. Stop. The girl's name was Psycho. I'm assaulted by a flashback of a scene, of an arm reaching out to me. Stop. The day before yesterday, at the side of the fire, I heard Meteoro's voice. I beg you. You were calling out someone's name the whole time. Please stop. Psycho. At that moment, I thought I heard the sound of something collapsing. Please, just answer me. Metro, what were you doing in that place, all alone? Well, I've got nothing to talk about. There's nothing to talk about, I spat coldly. And then I ran out of there. I have no interest in getting involved with people who try to pry into other people's affairs. Those words, those pitying eyes torment me. What were they thinking, saying those rubbish things? For people like me, there's nothing more malicious than good intentions. People who can live happy, normal lives won't understand, and I don't expect them to. I've been using them for a while now, but to be honest, it's suffocating. It's about time I cut them off. End this fake friendship. Besides, this would allow me to be with Psycho without anyone disturbing me. If anything, it's convenient for me. Psycho, 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 Psycho. I can't wait to see you. Yes, I was saying her name as I was running. Wait, then I couldn't believe what my eyes saw. It was Psycho. Psycho was right before my eyes. Did she leave that garden? No, something's wrong. I noticed a discrepancy. They're very similar but different. Her height is different and she seems more mature. I'm sure that when Psycho grows up, she'll have the appearance of this person. Then this woman must be. That appearance. Then you're Psycho's... Yes, as I thought, it's you. I feel something plunging into my body. At first I didn't know what was going on. Next came the pain. It was sharp and dull at the same time. I felt cool on the inside, but then suddenly became hot. Sweat creeps down my back. Red water leaked out from inside me. Something was stuck inside me. Finally, I understood what had happened. I've been looking for you for a long time. It hurts. It's hot. It's cold. Gradually, my body is getting colder. The warmth that Psycho gave me is going away. For a long, long time. A face that looks a lot like Psycho is looking down at me. With cold eyes, eyes filled with hatred, eyes filled with murderous intent. I've wanted to kill you. As I thought, mothers are scary. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. It's her mom. And she killed us. Probably for, good reason. She's just angry that we're dating her daughter. She's that angry, I guess, that she murdered us. That's all right. How about we just lean in on it. I wasn't alone. I'm not alone. I spat out. When was the last time I voiced out so strongly? What are you talking about? At the time you were holding was... Shut up. These guys don't know what they're talking about. About the time me and Psycho spent together. About how she and I are deeply in love. About how I've made a vow to devote everything I have for her. You guys don't know anything about me and Psycho? You must know, don't you? We're doing with a dead person. Psycho's alive. Huh? Even now, she's hungry waiting for me. What are you saying? Enough already. Don't you ever get involved with us again. Don't you dare interfere with us. Leave me alone. I'm sick of your meddling. Talking is already a waste of time. I ran away as fast as I could. Wait, Metro! What nonsense are they spouting? Psycho's not dead. The promises he made this morning, the warmth, the feeling, it's all still here in my hands. Still here. But I'm having flashbacks to my recent dream. My mind is in disarray. I have a bad feeling. Anxiety strikes me again. What if what they're saying is true? What if that dream was the truth? Then was that girl in the dream the real Psycho? What am I? I love you, Metro. Those words. Does it really belong to the Psycho I know? Unable to bear it, I picked up my pace. She was there. There for me. With her usual smile, she was waiting for me. We hug. It's the usual warmth. A place where we can feel safe. Normally at this point I would have been satisfied. Yet no matter how much I touch her, I can't wipe away the fear that's inside. So, I'll paint over this fear with the pleasures of the flesh. Okay, so this is what he was doing. Black, dark, evil emotions swallowed me up. By the time I became aware of it, I couldn't hold myself back anymore. Psycho seemed to be trembling with tears in her eyes. Why are you making such a face? You're always so accepting of me. You always put on a happy face. Why don't you let me hear your voice? Right now, in this moment, I want to feel your presence more strongly. Why can't you just give me what I want? Strange. If I give her more pleasure, will she remember her usual feelings? Yes, without a doubt, that must be it. I want to feel her love. And my feeling as I'm hugging her right now was frustration. Maybe I'm going crazy. Maybe I'm not, but this has to stop. I mustn't do anything that could hurt her. My calm and collected self, which I banished to a corner of my head, suddenly speaks up. Did you know? Good boys should remain silent. A tear hit my cheek. Feeling that makes my head boil. Why are you making such a face? Why won't you accept my love? The frustration in my heart turned to anger. I want you to accept me. I want you to desire me. I want you to make me happy. Insatiable, I forced myself on her body. Metro, what are you doing, man? What the heck are you doing, bro? Dude! You really... Ah, shit. Them again. Why are you here anywhere? Are you here? Anywhere? Everywhere? Stop trying to get in my way. Despite all of this, my body still sought pleasure. Those guys don't matter. I want you to enjoy the happiness of this moment. I'm going to continue, I guess. Metro, is that Psycho-chan? From the corner of my eye, I saw Nana and Yukimaru's faces. They were paler than mine. Don't you realize? That's a... corpse. Huh? They said something that doesn't make sense. A corpse? I don't know what you're talking about, but even for a joke, that's too much. Psycho's no corpse. Hey, you see? Psycho. Is Psycho smiling or crying? Let's say Psycho was smiling. She's having the time of her life. Psycho was smiling. At last, she smiled back at me. The tears from before must have been a lie. As usual, Psycho was there for me. At the same time, I felt the warmth that I wasn't able to feel earlier. Look, this isn't a corpse, that's just a lie. I knew I couldn't trust those guys. All I have now is Psycho. Oi, Metro, what the hell are you saying? I can't hear you. Why are you silent? If you're silent, we can't understand. The only thing I can hear is Psycho's voice. Hey, Metro, it's a bit noisy here. Shall we go somewhere else? Of course. If you say so, I'll go anywhere with you. Oi, Metro, where do you think you're going? Hey! Metro? There's too much noise. Psycho brought me to the back of the garden. The place that used to be an open space was now a cliff. If you stepped over it, you would surely die. We're the only ones in this place. I can hear the noise coming from afar, but it doesn't matter. Metro. Psycho called out to me. A lovely voice. A lovely figure. My one and only Psycho. Even now, you're still here for me. Metro. Do you remember our vow? A vow? A vow between us. That we'll be together forever. Hey, Metro. You like me? That's a given, of course. I like you, Psycho. Yes, I know. Because I feel the same way. I am yours and you're mine. So we'll be together forever. Psycho is smiling with deep compassion. It's really too loud in here. Let's go to a more quiet place. To a special garden, just for the two of us. Shall we go together? With that, Psycho extends her arms out to me. Come here, Metro. I wanted her to hold me. I wanted to stay connected with her warmth. As if led by her, I took a step forward. For a moment, I felt like I was floating in the air. As if being pulled down, I fell. Where am I going? I'll be fine. Don't worry about it. You know, don't worry about falling from a very high height, I guess. I can hear Psycho's voice. All Metro has to do is look at me. There's no need to worry about anything else. She affirmed everything about me, so I surrendered my body to Psycho. Because of her love, I'm falling. Now, we're really together forever. Metro, forever and ever. Look at me and me alone. I love you, Metro. And I, crash into the concrete below. Great. Cool. Happy ending. Except it's not the happy ending, it's actually the bad ending. And advertisements. Well, we all have advertisements. Sometimes. At the end of these endings. Can't read them. They're not translated, so I don't know what they are. I'm assuming either advertising like other games, maybe? Other games or just other stuff. I don't know. Other things. Well, it looks like Psycho isn't really enjoying, what we're doing here. And, the truth is, Psycho was crying. As in, she's a skeleton. Spooky, scary skeletons. Why? What's this? What the hell is this pile of bones? Where's Psycho? Huh? Psycho and I were just connected. Then I'm right now connected to these bones. How does that work? It's kind of, for one, it's unhygienic. But how is it even going to work with bones? How do you, anyway. Psycho? My head is going to split from the pain. A torrent of memories and numerous visions rush into me. The sound of someone burning, the smell of burning flesh, the two eyes watching me. The images I saw in my dream reappear in vivid colors. I don't want to admit it. I can't admit it. Holding my aching head, I take a look around. Our secret garden was no longer here. There was just an abandoned building covered in garbage. Countless flies buzzed about and the smell was terrible. Paradise was not the right word to describe it. This place was more like, yes, hell. Suddenly, beside the corpse, I saw a vivid green object. It was the earring that she always wore. A green six-sided cube. I picked it up with trembling hands, and something broke inside me. My mind finally began to comprehend the fact that Psycho was dead. Tears well up in my eyes. Already unstoppable. I can't stop them. But having said that, I can't stop laughing as well. I'm far too absurd. Disgusting. Never forget about me. Never. We had a promise, a vow, forever and ever. Look at me and me alone. I heard Psycho's words over and over again in my head. Oh, I see, that's what she meant. I finally realized the meaning when Psycho said, look at me and me alone. We'll always be together was a curse. Psycho. Still, even so, I love her. I couldn't run away anymore. While crying, while laughing, I held her tight. I don't really remember what happened after that. I lost track of everything. All I had was the cold touch of the dye which had belonged to the girl I loved. I wonder who called the police. The police came before I knew it and separated me from Psycho. We'll never meet again. I'll be lonely. I'm a coward after all. Without you, I'm so weak. What will happen to me when they bring me in? Trial? Incarceration? Or worst of all, the death penalty. But who cares? Thinking about it is pointless. I close my eyes. Then I can see Psycho again. In the darkness, a garden of white and green spreads out before me. So look, she's waiting for me. Yes, it's fine, Metaro. You don't have to think about the painful things anymore. How deep will you immerse yourself in me? How far will you go to seek me? Never ever forget about me. Look at me and me alone. I love you, Metaro. I turned my eyes away from reality and fell into delusion and fiction. I, who had shut myself off from everything, held in my hand bright green dye, showing the number 3. Me and my imaginary girlfriend, who's actually dead, and therefore I create some kind of weird tulpa from the memory of her dying, and now she lives on in my delusions as I rot in prison, I guess. Which, I don't know, do we... Like, that never happened, by the way? I don't know. I guess some of the pictures at the credits are not always pictures from the actual realm. Anyway, yeah, I mean, do we go to prison? I mean, I guess, you know, desecration of a corpse, you know, kind of illegal. Other than that, it seemed like, I mean, according to the dream, she might have committed suicide, but I don't know if we killed her, though. Did we kill her? If that's the case, then maybe, it's deserved, but otherwise, it seems like just someone who's, you know, messing with a corpse, which is abhorrent, but he isn't really hurting anyone but himself, so, like, you know, I mean, other than, like, maybe, some, how do you say, you know, some grievance, I guess. Is that the right word? I'm not sure. You know, the families related to the Psycho, I guess, like her mother, will probably, you know, not be happy of that, but as far as I know, he didn't kill her, right? I guess we'll see. I'm not sure. I don't know if that's revealed or it's just implied. I don't know. There should be a little extra scene, though, after the credits. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. You know, isn't that from that movie, Truman Show? Anyway, what time is it right now? I don't know. You seem a little perplexed. Maybe you don't understand, but I'm the real one this time. Yes, Psycho. Nice to meet you. I broke the fourth wall. I'm real. Eh? Aren't I dead already? Oh yes, I'm already dead. It seems that Metro has come to another world. Is this heaven? Or is this hell? It's been a long time since I've been able to talk with anyone. I'm so glad. Hey, come hang out with me for a little bit? It'll be alright. I won't take much time. The end of this row is just around the corner. So till then, please. Me? Oh, I love Metro. It's always fun to be together with Metro. Always happy. I've always wanted to be with him. That's what I thought. But you know, people leave for the slightest reason. Good friends can change so easily, don't they? After a fight, sometimes you can't get back together. Surely you had stories where you become distant after you graduated, or even because of work. We used to be very close, but we somehow lost touch with each other, and we found ourselves drifting apart, like that. In times like these, we can't do anything about it, because it's something that happens naturally, and we don't have a choice. However, I didn't want that. I wanted Metro. None other than Metro. I didn't want anyone else. Because for me, there's only Metro. Because Metro was the only one who needed me. So I abandoned myself and closed Metro's eyes. I don't care what anyone else thinks. Just look at me and me alone. That's why to him my remains look just like me from when I was alive. As you know, it didn't work out perfectly. The psycho that Metro sees only speaks the words that Metro wants her to say. You know, that thing is really Metro's ego wearing my skin, who gives Metro all the things he wants. In other words, a delusion. Or a desire. It's still me, but it's awful to love a thing that looks like me but isn't me. Besides, after he had the dream, his vision had almost returned to normal anyway. That woman's pursuit didn't help matters. Really, she did quite a needless thing. I'm sorry it didn't work out the way I thought it would. But, you know, the Metro that clings to me that isn't me is weak, pathetic, miserable, pitiful, and you know what? I've come to love it. And besides, you know what? At the end, Metro looked at me again. He almost went back to normal, then clung to the delusion again, which is me. Oh my god, that Metro is so cute and adorable. She really loves broken men. I'm glad I did this. That's what I thought. Is this blindness? Dependency? I know that. It's okay, I don't care. Metro cares about me and I care about Metro. For me, Metro is more important than myself and I love him very much. Remember what I told you before? I wanted Metro. None other than Metro. I don't care about other people. Eh? Why did I commit suicide? That's a maiden secret, you know. Ew, I'm sorry, that went on longer than I thought. Just one more thing, okay? This is the last one. Hey, you know, there's so many ways to close someone's eyes. The point is that it should be strong and impactful enough to leave an impression on the other person. That's what it's all about. Burn into their eyes, and they can't get away from it. I made quite a fiery, hot impression, didn't I? Hey, you know, your eyes might have been closed by someone without you even knowing it. See you. Bye-bye. Alright, literally broke the fourth wall just to talk to us. And there's a bit more. I wish to be loved forever, to live only in his memories and his imagination, not in his reality. Even if it's a terribly stupid choice to throw your life away, even though I knew it was too early to abandon my body, I still wanted to have it, this one and only love. I wanted to be needed by someone. For that I had to find someone who needs me. So, that's why I chose to burn my existence in your memory alone. Lewd, you know, she took off her clothes and even her skin. You know? Anyway, I won't allow you to love another woman, so I made sure you would never forget me. I close your eyes. I want you to look at me alone, even if no one else understands this line of thought. That's alright. Because you know, I, Psycho at last, has obtained one thing. Psycho has obtained Meteoro's heart. Inspirational music as we look at this corpse. This skeleton. You know, it must have been rotting for a while, you know, it was just bones. I imagine. I mean, if you, I don't know, when you burn alive, I imagine the flesh, you know, doesn't get burned away entirely as well, you know. What you get is like a dark mess. I'm just wondering about the maggots, you know? How long did it take for the body to decompose? Anyway, classword? I would say classword? No, password 3. Oh, E-O. There you go. Alright, I mean, that was kind of a straightforward route, actually. And when I think about the bad endings, yeah, most of the bad endings are actually kind of canon this time. It's kind of weird. You know, I'm so used to the bad endings in the other routes where they're just kind of random and wild and doesn't make any sense sometimes. Usually, actually, rather. But this one actually, it was kind of like a full story, you know. By looking at all the bad endings, it was kind of like a mystery, you know. I really like that, actually. I mean, you could have guessed, you know, maybe from the beginning a little bit already that something was off. But, you know, I did like the mystery, you know. I did like, it wasn't really revealed what actually was going on with the Psycho-chan of that route, or this route, rather, until the very end, you know. Whereas it turns out he was a necrophiliac. Sort of. Or I think the idea is like, he's deluded himself in such a way that, you know, he doesn't know what he's doing, and it's like, it's very Hollywood, I feel like. But I don't know if someone can have delusions that strong. But that's the idea, right? Metaro was, he was already hallucinating, from the very beginning, probably from the PTSD or the traumatic experience caused from, I'm assuming his crush or, someone close to him already in the beginning. Right, because when they met in the playground, that probably was real, and they probably did get close and everything. At some point, she literally committed suicide in front of him. She literally burned herself alive. I'm surprised he didn't at least try to save her. I guess there wasn't water anywhere. I don't know. I mean, one way to like try to drown out fires to like maybe take off your shirt and just kind of like try to like suffocate the flames. I don't know. Stop, drop, and roll at least. I'm not sure. Anyway, but I guess getting close to a person on fire is probably already dangerous in the first place. Anyway, but yeah, he saw her like just burst into flames, and that's when he started going a little crazy, I guess, is the idea. To like drown out the bad memories, right, is the idea. And I guess, it's she even said, the character even said how like the reason why she committed suicide, that was kind of like a secret in itself. But I guess the main reason is to burn her like memory or of herself into Metaro, like to like basically scar him for life. And again, in the very like twisted form of love is the idea, I guess. Why? I don't know. That's not explained. I guess she's just, a weird, I would say weirdo, not weirdo doesn't even cover it. She's insane, just like all of these girls. But that's the idea, I guess. It's interesting though, because I mean, there's a variety of stories here, but this story was unique in the sense that she was never real, right? We never actually see the real her. Maybe like some glimpses of some flashbacks, but for the most part, she wasn't actually there. And the person that's actually crazy is Metaro, the main character or the protagonist. That's interesting. I don't know. Interesting way to do that. A little interesting little twist, at least compared to all the other stories. There's a lot of variety, I would say. It's pretty cool to see how like there's I don't know, different themes, I guess, or different ways to tell the story of like a yandere girl is the idea, I don't know, like I'm just thinking about all the other routes so far. I feel like sometimes they're not really like yandere in the traditional sense, though. I mean, I guess that's not the idea. It's more so that all the girls are just psychopaths. Like that's the idea, I guess. That's why it's called Dice Psycho. Yeah, pretty interesting. Definitely. Yeah, pretty, I don't know. I think it's really good. Very like how do you say, psychological, I guess. And definitely a little bit more grounded, even though it is, again, kind of not super realistic that someone would have that much of a delusion. I don't know. I don't know how realistic that is, but how would I know? I don't know. Should ask like a psychiatrist or something, but maybe. I mean, people can have, hallucinations or things like that, right? But I don't know if that, to that extreme, I don't know if that's a thing. But anyway, but I would say generally though, a little bit more grounded than most of the other roles, actually. That's why I like it. Yeah. Anyway, so there you go. That's number 3. So I guess we'll continue on. We have 2 more routes to do. I guess we'll see if the rest will be as interesting, as the rest of all the other stories about these crazy girls. They're so crazy. They're so quirky. It's so random, XD. Oh, anyway.